seeing anything yet?
No, nothing happening.
What about now?
No, still nothing.
Now? To the show. Bet you didn't recognise me, did you? It's me, look. Ooh. Do you like my glasses? Genuine Buddy Holly specs, these. Do you remember him, Buddy Holly? All my life, all my kissing. He made a lot of money when his plane went missing. I picked these up from one of those auctions of pop memorabilia. Have you ever been to one of those pop memorabilia auctions? There were some great things up for grabs. There was Jason Donovan's charisma, 5 Stars furniture, even Cliff Richard's virginity. He didn't know he'd lost it. My phone's Cliff here. There was a picture of Cher before she had plastic surgery to get rid of her ugly bits, like Sonny. Jimmy Somerville, he was there. He had a couple of things that went under the hammer. No wonder he sings so high. Have you heard him? Don't lead me this way. The singing thumb, as he's known in the biz. Bob Geldof's bath went for a lot of money. Mind you, it was a bargain, never been used. Have you heard him sing, Bob Geldof? His voice is so bad, deaf people refuse to watch his lips move. Mick Jagger, he was there. Of course, I'm a big fan of the Stones, me. I love Fred and Barney, my favourite. Mick Jagger, he was standing there like a Thunderbirds puppy. He was like, give it to me. I said, hey, Mick, your shirt needs ironing. He said, leave it out, man. I'm not wearing a shirt. Good old Jonathan King, he was there. I've had a few hits, you know. That's why I look like this. Tee-hee-hee. Talking of hits, Jules Holland, he was hanging about. Have you watched him on Jukebox Jury? Whenever they play a Kylie Minogue record, he puts a black cap on. I think they should call it Jokebox Jury. Straight up, Jokebox Jury. Could you imagine having some of the famous pop stars come on telling gags? Hello, and welcome once again to Jokebox Jury. Yes, indeed. Our first contestant tonight is the one and only David Essex. Take it away, David. Thanks, Jules. Knock, knock. Yeah. David. David. Well, that's showbiz. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show.
Your bill, signor.
Thank you.
Wonderful meal, darling.
You ready to go, sweetheart?
Yes, if you are.
Give me a hand.
Sorry, darling, but you lose, you pay.
Been involved in all kinds of fundraising activities in the southeast. So now we've welcomed our new treasurer, let's continue by compiling a list of our priorities for the coming year.
Good idea, yeah.
Right, safer whale,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yep.
Puts an end to all seal culling,
Oh, definitely.
ban blood sports.
About time.
And build a massive oil refinery on the Orkneys. Yeah. They've discovered oil on the Orkneys, you know. Could prove very lucrative.
Stop an oil refinery there and the bird population will be devastated.
Yeah, not devastated. Little upset, maybe.
But they wouldn't be able to fly. They'd be covered from beak to claw in oil.
That's
Of
right.
course they can still fly. I mean, look at this baby go.
It's dead.
Well, only because it landed a bit awkwardly.
No oil refinery. Look, Greenpeace is about respecting all living creatures and their environment.
All well and good, right, but we need the revenue. So, as your new treasurer, I've made a list of proposals. Here they are, look. Now, the first thing you must do is to appeal to the big business executives, because that's where the big money is. Agreed? Now then, I've come up with the idea of paperweights.
Oh, that's promising.
Yeah, they come in 3 sizes. Dormouse. Barn owl. And the popular badger.
This is unbelievable,
Isn't
man.
it? Unbelievable. How many shall I put you down for? Half a dozen pounds?
Agreed.
Look, you're right. Greenpeace does work on behalf of animals, agreed?
Yeah.
So I think it's about time they return the favour, don't you? Now, I've been testing a number of products, and the 2 favourites are the Bengal Tiger Oven Glove and the Tortoise Toast Rack.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Oh, well, you're going to need the Elephant Foot's bucket then. Now listen, we must remember we've got to promote the fun side of animals to the kids, agreed? They'll soon forget about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Hero Turtles when they get hands on this, the hamster bat. I've got hundreds of them. Now listen, you know how most causes advertise themselves on T-shirts? Well, I thought a bit bigger than that. Have a look at these. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. It doesn't say Greenpeace. Look again. Look at that. Yeah, we sell these for 300 quid a time.
That's obscene.
Well, I'll give you a discount, love, all right?
You mad? These new proposals are absolutely ludicrous. Absolutely. They're completely defeating the object and contradict everything that Greenpeace stands for.
But what's wrong with my proposals, then?
Well, they're not printed on recycled paper.
The ducks fly backwards over London.
The pen is dry, but still writes well.
My armpits are very cold, and yesterday my flange dropped off with a lag.
I should be so lucky, so lucky, so lucky. I should be so lucky in love.
The sink remains blocked, but if you are very good, I will let you see my ripe satsuma.
Hugh says you must squeeze the pomegranates, but leave the pips alone.
The man that pinched my bottom has one large one and one small one. And although they're hairy, they both light up in the dark.
Even though the woolly jumper has been raised, it doesn't mean to say you can have a fumble.
As time's crossword gets harder and harder.
That's right.
Bonjour, bonsoir, and welcome to Rapido. With me, Antoine Duquesne, the greatest argument against the Channel Tunnel since rabies. This next video is from Skinhead O'Connor, the lady who started to shave her legs one morning and forgot to stop. So, without further ado, let's hear it for the woman who puts the boot in beautiful Skinhead O'Connor.
You walked out on me a week ago.
Your coffee, monsieur?
Thank you very much.
And the cake for madame. Bon anniversaire.
Oh, darling, what a lovely surprise.
You, Scotch in the rocks, honey. Hey, never thought I'd see you working in the Toy Town Arms, Little Red Riding Hood.
Times are hard, Ruth. Grandma died penniless and the wolves are at the door.
My, what big optics you've got.
Oh, all the better to serve you with.
My, what big tumblers you've got.
Oh, all the better to be generous with.
And my, what enormous jugs you've got.
Thank you. I'll do press-ups.
I see Humpty's smashed again. Then they call all the king's horses and all the king's men.
Certainly not. We don't do coach parties anymore.
Oh, I don't know why we do it. Look at me, Jack, I'm soaked. I told you be careful coming down that hill, but oh no. Couldn't take your eyes off little Bo Peep's cleavage, could ya? You had your way, you lose more than a sheep.
Why don't you shut up, you old crone? Do you think I enjoy it any more than you do? Every time it's, Jack, why don't you go up to the top of the hill and fetch a pail of water? Instead of what, Jack, why don't you go to the kitchen sink and turn the tap on, is it? The skin. A couple of whiskies, please, love.
Do you want water in these?
You want a face full of laminated metal? 48 years. 48 years. Travelling up to the top of the hill, filling up a bucket, and tumbling all the way back down again.
It's a job.
Oh, yeah, it's a job, is it? Well, why don't you break your crown for a change? Or at least let me take an aspirin instead of sticking me head in brown paper and pickling me in vinegar.
Hey, you must be Jack and Jill, the nursery rhyme dudes. Rupert T. Bear, Hollywood film producer at your service. Stick with me, kids, and it's bye-bye rhyme time. Hello, prime time. Whoa! He thought I was joking, and look what happened to him.
I thought Sweep had gone to Las Vegas.
He did. I said, Sweep, there's no place in Vegas for a dog with a squeaky voice. Not while Madonna's still around, anyway. I can see it all now. Yes, Jack and Jill in a remake of Gone with the Wind. Jack, you're standing on the retaining wall of a reservoir. You turn to Jill and you say, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Oh, yeah, I know. And then I go falling in, and this fat lump comes tumbling down on top of me.
Okay. What about a war movie, like Hamburger Hill?
Hamburger? Oh, I knew a hill had come into it sooner or later. I'm surprised you haven't suggested making a remake of Full Metal Bucket.
All right. Look, I didn't really want to tell you this, because nothing's definite yet, but Spielberg wants to do your story.
He does?
It's going to be mega. Jack and Jill the movie, with Meryl Streep playing Jill, Tom Cruise Jack, and Dustin Hoffman is taking on the challenging role of the Bucket.
Hang about. What part am I playing?
Jack Stuntman.
Oh, terrific.
Maybe we should do it, Jack.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, we don't want to end up like Pinky and Perky, do we?
What do you mean?
Pork scratches, anyone? What, you animal? Just practicing some monster sounds. I brought a whole new image to classical music. Well, I play with all the great orchestras. I played with the LSO, I played with the LPO, I've even played with the police band, the Hello. I was a child prodigy. I was a child show-off. I'd learned the whole of Tchaikovsky by the time I was 9. Unfortunately, I couldn't say it until I was 27. But I've certainly made my mark with the violin. Look, there it is. Can you see that? Look. Because I knew I was a good player, because my next-door neighbour, he used to chuck a brick through my window so he could hear me better. It was thanks to my dad, right, that I learnt about the classics. Yeah. I think the Epsom Derby was my favourite. But you wouldn't get it to look at me, but like the kids used to take the mickey out of me at school. Can you believe that, like? I mean, I only took up playing the violin to hide my spotty chin. Talking of spots, I went to a disco last week, right? They charged £5 a head to get in. Cost me 650 quid. But my adolescence was all sex and violins. Well, I once made overtures to this bird, right? But I had a quick fiddle, but it was all over in 3 movements. I must have been 2 pizzicato. But the real love of my life, right, is football, because I love football, me, and I'm writing a musical about my team, Aston Villa. It's a tribute to Leonard Bernstein. It's called Offside Story. Mind you, they're a bit thick, right, the old Villa team. They thought the 1812 was a kids' package holiday. And they thought Johann Sebastian Bach was Bayern Munich's forward line. Anyway, I've got to get going now, animals, but I'll leave you with this music joke. What do you call a classical composer with a German car? Vivaldi. See you, animals.
Right then, Max. I'm off to try out my new canoe.
Do you have any problems tying it onto the roof rack?
No problem at all, Max. I tied it on nice and secure.
No, Keith, no!
Gee, boss, a lot of folks is sure desperate to leave Casablanca these days.
That's right, Sam. In fact, in the last 2 weeks, 3 days, 4.5 hours and precisely 10 seconds, no fewer than an incredible 28 foreign nationals managed to successfully flee the oppressive jackbooted Nazi occupation. In a cunning combination of 23 skillful disguises, 5 ingenious plans, a fantastic 14 sets of forged documents, they all became fascist fleeing, freedom fighting, fat forging record fakers!
Hey, boss, the chief of police is here.
Ah, Louis.
Vic, I've just heard some important news over at headquarters. I've come here as quickly as I could.
Ah, but how quickly, Louis? You would have had to be moving pretty quickly to beat the existing record held by Pierre. My last cocktail waiter, who travelled the same distance of 214 yards, 3 inches, door to door, while mixing dry martinis in a record time of 42.5 seconds, which made him a record shaker.
No, Rick, you don't understand. I've come to warn you that someone very special, very close to your heart, has just arrived in Casablanca.
You mean?
That one person with whom for a few short, crazy weeks, you shared your whole world.
Norris? Norris is here? Because we've had a lot of questions, you know, lots and lots of letters. Here's one from...
No, Rick, it's Elsa, your old girlfriend. She's joined the resistance to fight those hated Nazis.
Hello, Sam.
It's good to see you again, Miss Elsa.
Still tinkling on the piano.
Not since they had it revarnished.
Sam, why don't you play one of the old songs? You know the one that always reminds me of Rick.
You won't like it, but all right.
No, not that one. The other one. You know the one.
Dedication. Watch it.
I told you never to play that tune. Unless I was there to join in on trumpet, watering cannon, 27 assorted instruments.
Rick!
Elsa, of all the bars in all the world, how many have you walked into now? Because you would have had to walk into quite a few to beat the existing record held by Otto von Plonker, who's a travelling
You've got to help me, for old time's sake. I know I led you a merry dance, but things are different now.
You're right. Now it's my turn to do the merry dancing.
Oh, no! No, Rick, no! Listen! And I've been thinking, and you know, In this crazy world, the problems of two lonely people don't amount to a hill of beans.
Ah, now that would be the Hill of Beans specially constructed for the 1902 Rossland Trade Fair, in which well over 200,000 million...
Rick! Can't you see it's all over? I must go. The plane cannot leave without me. Thanks to you, I now know what I have to do.
What's that, Elsa?
Make an attempt on the transatlantic wing walking record.
If you want to be the best, and you want to beat the rest, yeah! Dedication's what you need if you want to be a record breaker.